Wuthering Waves just leaked the combat animations of Aemeath, their current most anticipated resonator, through Jeff Keighley, the host of the Game Awards. And you know what? Aemeath's animations go incredibly hard. Let's have a look at them together. Okay, she's really pretty. That's so pretty. Look at that ponytail. Kind of glitchy visuals? Not sure if I'm a fan of that. Okay. Okay, she's a mech. A cyborg. And okay, that's her ult. She sings. She's Shakona. Is that her ult? Is this her? What's her? That's her ult. Never mind. This is her. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool animations. Oh wow. And she flies around after she uses her ult. Never mind. This is her ult. Enhanced. What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that? Wait. There are like 4 ult instances, 4 or 5 ult moments. What the fuck was going on? Actually, let me just play this again. There's like 15 different ult instances. Her movements remind me, the initial 1-2 swing reminds me of Cardithea. Then there's one moment where she like does this swipe thing that reminds me of Augusta's enhanced ult. Okay. And she sings. She's an idol for some reason. She does rapier bam attacks. She does a peace sign winking at us. That reminds me of Augusta. More singing, and she starts flying around in her mech suit, or what? Is she an android from the start?
The savior rises.
Body limit unlocked, the savior rises, and it just brings down this gigantic mech. Okay, so let's go through this. Oh wow, okay, look at these impact frames. These are some cool impact frames. And okay, what the fuck is that? And she's still here. This almost reminds me of the Jinshi ult moment, where it's like Jinshi's praying and spreads her hands, and like Jue just like swirls up into the sky and does the big attack. But it's like, what the fuck is that? Is that the Exostrider? Is this the giant mech that's called the Exostrider, and that's the sword of it? What the fuck though? It's like... It's like, okay, wait, her first ult is... Is this a skill or is this an ult? Probably an ult, like a early stage ult. That little hopping as she like jumps to the side is so cute. Oh, she winks at us, hops to the side. That rapier attack is so cool. That's so cool. It reminds me of like her outfit and hair color and like color scheme and attacks with the rapier, the sword. Reminds me of Asuna from SAO. This is really cute. Look at this. This is adorable. This is adorable. Adorable, and then proceeds to kill you. Third ult instance. Goes into the sky, brings down the android, which is, I assume, herself at this point. I can now fly around. And the big... Okay, yeah. So she is the android. She merges with the android right here.
The savior rises.
What does she shoot though? She just has her staff shoot out a giant laser beam that cuts through the clouds and brings out the Exostrider with its giant sword coming down onto the earth. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god. How am I not supposed to pull for her now? That was insane. What am I supposed to say? What else am I supposed to say? That's like the most amazing animation I think we've seen so far in wuwa. Actually, I think visually, this goes extremely hard. The perspective, the tiny Aemeath here, the sparkling of the tip of the sword, the perspective of the sword just going into the sky, and this giant mech just breaking out through the clouds. That goes so fucking hard. But I think this goes hard, but then the actual impact Maybe it's because the animation fades to black a bit too early. I would have liked more of a follow through, because like here you see we got the big shot of the mech appearing, and then immediately we zoom in onto like the mech's stomach area. I think what would have been cooler. Okay, we kind of zoom into the mech and into the ground, but then I feel like it's a bit too close for us to have that sense of scale. Like the sword is like gigantic, but it's like you barely see the tip of it. I think like if we were like a bit more zoomed out, because like you don't actually see the sword starting to descend while within this zoomed out version. I think it would have been nicer if the sword started to come down, and as the tip of the sword is like over here, we zoom in into the impact and seeing the ground shattering and everything. And also the shattering is like so zoomed in, you don't see the rocks flying out everywhere. It's like it's so zoomed in. Visually, this goes so hard. But execution wise, I think Cardathia's still looks better execution wise. But yeah, the execution of like up to here is perfect. After here, it's like, yeah, it's like so fast paced, zooms in so quickly, and we don't actually see the sword coming down much, and it's so zoomed in, but it's still overall incredible. God, what am I gonna do with my pulls? Wuthering ways need to stop cooking with these characters. I have to save at some point. I need to save my pulls.
Body limit unlocked. The savior rising.
Let's have a look at the big old one last time. God, it goes so freaking hard. So hard. Oh, that's just incredible.